can't wait to hear the new questions from the last 3 days.
Got some good ones for you today.
I know you do. You guys stay up all night.
And, well, let somebody start on Eric Gordon.
Oh, you got so, we got some really good ones. I got
I got a little warm up, a little, you know.
I'll start. I'll send it right to him. He thinks you guys are a little down from where you've been the last couple of years.
Wow, he's throwing you under the bus, huh?
Do you believe it? I can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just let you guys talk about this.
Okay.
I'll just go get a drink.
Okay, that's good.
A Gatorade
Yeah.
drink.
Young guys, developing them this year. Do you sacrifice victories because of that?
It's a good question. I think if you look at the history of our game, when you try to develop, 3, 4 young players, to do that and win at a very high level is often very hard to do at the same time. The good thing for us is that Christian Braun, in his third year, but has played meaningful minutes, big minutes, played in the finals. Peyton Watson, after not playing his first year, was a rotational player for us last year. And then Julian Strawther, obviously, who was a rookie last year, was a rotation player prior to hurting his knee, and has had an outstanding preseason, summer league, and everything all the signs point to him having a very good season in his second year. With all that being said, young guys, you go through some growing pains with them. And, last year they got a taste of it. And the bottom line is kids like Christian, Peyton, Julian, those three especially, they have to be good for us this year. Whether they're young or not, we got to move past young. They have to be good for us. And if we're going to be a team that can, be a dangerous team. Yes, we have Nikola, we have Jamal, we have Michael, we have Aaron, and we had added Russ and Dario, but much is going to be asked of Christian, Julian, and Peyton Watson this year. And from all my interactions with them, I think those guys are excited for that opportunity.
Guys are staying athletic longer into their careers now, but if Aaron Gordon loses some of his athleticism over the life of this new contract, how can he improve in other areas, or what would you like to see him do to mitigate some of those losses athletically?
Well, yeah, I think to your point, that's just a natural part of everybody's game. The longer you play, the older you get, you don't maybe always have that. There are rare examples like, what Vince Carter was doing, what LeBron James is doing. That late in their careers is just, unheard of. So, I think Aaron is that type of an athlete where he'll always have an athletic advantage. But if you took away the athleticism, obviously, Aaron's playmaking. I think he's a guy that we can play through more. He was a backup point guard in Orlando for years, and we play through him, and he has the ball in his hands. He can score, but I think he's a really good playmaker. And obviously, you can always improve your three-point percentage, your free throw percentage, and be just even more consistent from those areas. So as athleticism maybe wanes, you need your skill level to improve. And you've seen countless examples in NBA history that have had that happen to them. They may not be the explosive athlete they once were, but mentally and skill-wise, they've improved to counter that loss. And then that would be the same for Aaron or any other player.
Aaron talked a lot about mentality and the importance of it. So I guess what stands out about the way he kind of approaches the game?
Well, selfless is the thing that jumps to mind for me ever since he's come to Denver. He's always come in here with a team mindset and how he can help the team. It's never been about me trying to stand out, pound my chest and say, this is me and look at me. It's been about how can I help Nikola, how can I help Jamal and everybody else that plays for our team. So I love that about Aaron. I think he's a selfless player. And for me, I'm thankful that that contract is over because less distractions. You want, as a coach, you want everybody focusing on the task at hand, and that's the season. So to not have that hanging over his shoulder, that allows him to fully focus on being the best Aaron Gordon for this team, going out there, playing at a high level on both ends of the floor. Much is asked of Aaron Gordon, and he's a guy that continues to show he's more than capable of answering that call on both ends.
With Gordon's deal done and your core four, what kind of opportunity does this group have over the next year or 2 or 3?
Well, I hope his career path is, to become a multiple-time world champion. That's the end of the day. You have your career earnings, you have your career stats, but what truly separates people is championships. All right, that's always a constant argument. Would you rather be Steve Kerr or Steve Nash? A guy that won multiple championships or a guy that won multiple MVPs? And, there's not a right or wrong answer, but I think for Aaron and anybody else in this building, we want to be remembered as a team that won not just one championship, but multiple. That's going to be really hard, but that's what, if you're not striving to be the best and challenging yourself to be the best, then you're all just wasting your time. So I'm hoping that when Aaron's career is done as a Denver Nugget and he finishes his career here in Denver, he's remembered as one of the key components and key pieces to a championship team that set records and was the best era of Denver Nugget basketball in the history of their franchise.
Christian, what was the emphasis of practice today?
Just fixing the things we need to fix. There's a couple of things that have kind of been a common theme, throughout preseason that we need to get better at, and we're still going to continue to get better at that. Some of that stuff is, tough to simulate in practice, but we got guys that help us out. And, like I said, we're still going to need to grow and still going to need to improve, throughout the season. But there's definitely some things that we got to hit and talk about and watch.
What about for you personally? What things have stood out in the film that you've been focused on from these preseason games?
I think it's just been more of a making sure everybody's on the same page with certain coverages. A lot of that's going to be on me this year, making sure I'm calling stuff out, talking. Nothing different. All the same things that always have been points of emphasis for me, and then just focus on being better as a team. Obviously, the preseason, we didn't win as many games as we wanted to, and I think we could have been better effort-wise. And that's why some of the X's and O's, look the way they did. But we're going to be better. I know we are. We just got to continue to chip away every day.
You guys getting a little restless yet? Just wanted to get back out there?
I think that was, what everybody's been waiting on, man. Everybody wants the regular season. A lot of these guys have played a long time in the league, and I think, they're all waiting for the regular season, to start. And everybody wants it. The coaches want it, we want it.
Sure.
So we're really excited for Thursday.
I know KCP was involved in a lot of the late game actions, guard-to-guard screens. Is that something that coaching staff has talked to you about late game, how we're going to approach those moments with you in that role?
Well, I've done some of that, throughout the last couple of years, and I've been a part of it. Whatever action it's been, I think I've been in every action against every team at some point, in a big moment, whether it was the playoffs or, even in big regular season games. So that won't be new to me. None of the terminology or anything will be new to me. Obviously, KCP did it a lot, and he was great at it. He was really good at it for us. Like I said, it was another thing that he talked everybody through things. He was big talking in the huddle and those things. So that's another thing I have to be good at this year too, is just communicating and just be ready for those actions. Like I said, I've been on almost all of them, guarded each player. So that won't be new. But as far as the moments and how frequent, I think that'll be new.
I know you don't know anything different, but what have you seen from the connection between Jamal, Nikola, MPJ, and Aaron?
Well, it's really cool, to be on a team that, is as close as this team is. I feel like, that's probably not as common, everywhere. And these guys have respect for each other. They have respect for each other's games. They've been around each other for a long time. So, they know each other really well. So it's fun to play on a team like that. They're really connected, and they play really well together. That's the best part. So they fit each other really well, and I'm really excited to see that those guys will be together for a long time.
You were in Vegas for some summer league. Julian obviously played well there. What was kind of the excitement level for you as a friend to him and sort of for the team collectively to see him carry that over in preseason?
Yeah, I think it was really good because he showed glimpses of it. He was really good in preseason last year. He had some really good moments in the regular season last year, like some scoring explosion. Some really good moments for us. And then he got hurt. So that probably didn't help him as far as last year's minutes went. But we all know what he can do. We've seen it, day in and day out. Like I said, we've seen glimpses of it in the regular season last year. We saw glimpses of it in preseason. So then he continues it in summer league, and obviously he was great in the preseason. So just being with him every day. He's a guy I live, right next to. So me, him, and P especially, talk a lot. So to see him do it, it's nothing new for me to see. I think a lot of people get surprised by it. How well he scores, but it's something that we see every single day. I've watched him practice. I've watched him play in the 3-on-3 every single day. So it's nothing new for me, but it's really cool to see him do it, to be healthy, and I think we're just all excited, for him to be, a part of it this year.
Is it just you three in the same apartment complex, or are there other guys?
Well, I think I started the wave. I think I started the wave. Bones joined. Zeke is there, but Zeke's more quiet. We don't see Zeke as much. And then now we got Julian, Peyton, Hunter, Pickett, Jalen Pickett, maybe one other, but we got a lot of people there now.
Take us inside what it's like for you guys. Essentially sounding like you're living in a dorm together.
You know, we don't see each other much. We just live close. You know, it's not like we're hanging out every day, but we're you know, we all talk. Obviously, we're all in the same locker room. We all spend a lot of time here, especially the young guys. You know, we spend so much time in here. You know, before the older guys get to come in here and work out. So we talk a lot. It's kind of funny, you know, living in the same spot from the airport every night. We drive back at the same time. So it's just cool living next to those guys. And like I said, just being excited for the guys that you're around so much. It's really fun.
You don't
You know, I like to have my own time. I like to move at my own pace. I think Peyton and Julian ride together a lot. And then me and Julian rode together a lot last year. And me and Peyton did some too. We will sometimes, but you know, guys like to move at their own speed and things like that.
The league has said they're going to allow more physicality this year. We'll see if it happens. But if they do, how does that affect your game defensively?
Well, that's great for me. You know, I don't know that. I mean, I think being physical is, you know, a big part of how I play defense, and so that'll be good for me. And I think it'll be good for a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, I think that you don't want to get ticky-tack fouls. And I think me being younger, you know, sometimes guys get calls on me because you know, maybe they don't say that, but it'll be good for me. I get to be physical. I get to use my body. I get to use my strength, and that's something that I've always done. And you know, hopefully, you know, when I bump people, or you know, a lot of people have the same problem, but people don't get to flail and you know, throw their arms as much. I think that'll be good for the game as a whole.
You're no stranger to pressure and expectation. Just how do you cope with that, and just the ongoing pressure that always seems to follow somebody that's in your position?
I'm just grateful for it. You know, that's what I want. That's what everybody in the world works for and everybody wants. So you know, I'm just grateful for, you know, the position I'm in. I'm going to go out and do what I do and play extremely hard. You know, that's all I can do is go out, you know, give my best every day, and that's what I'll do. You know, I'm going to come in here, you know, work to get better at what I need to get better at, and then when the game time comes, I'm going to play the game to win. And I think that, you know, that's all they ask of me. So there's not really pressure with that. I think that they ask me to, you know, play really hard, play defense, you know, be unselfish, and those are all things that are really easy to do. Like I said, I'm given a lot, so you know, I'm expected to do those things, and those are easy for me. So I'm very grateful for the position I'm in, and I'm just excited, man. I'm really excited, you know, for Thursday. I'm excited for the whole year. It's a long season. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. There's going to be, you know, learning process, learning curves, and I'm just excited for it all, man. This is, you know, an amazing opportunity for me. It's an amazing opportunity for a lot of young guys on this team, and you know, we get to go out and play hard and do what we do.
When you see like AG and all these guys get signed, and you know as a young guy, all the other young guys, do you see like, okay, if I do well here, I know I'll get rewarded if I want to stay here too? Do you see that at all?
Well, I just know that you got to earn it. I think that those guys, you know, have put the time in. You know, they've been here for a long time. They've worked really hard, you know, for the things they've got. So that's the important thing. I know if I come in here and I work hard, that you'll be rewarded. Like I said, those guys have earned it, man. They've came out here every day, worked really hard, you know, for the city, for the organization. So they've earned those things, and they deserve it. So I'm really happy for Aaron, you know, especially yesterday. That's really cool for him and, you know, his family. And so I just know I got to work hard and earn those things. They're not given to you. You know, like I said, I'm not going to expect anything to be given to me ever. So I got to go get those things, and I'm really excited to go do it.
Thanks, CB.
Thanks, CB.
What happened here in Denver?
Well, I think we have a great opportunity to win, you know, and that's really what I'm here to do, and that's really what I want to do is win. So playing alongside these guys and being coached under this coaching staff and being a part of this organization it's just a blessing, you know. So I'm ecstatic. I'm really excited about it. I'm glad to be back.
Did it take a little give and take? Did it take give and take from both sides, or was it easy peasy to get this deal done?
I think it was just about finding a win-win, you know. But I think winning cures everything. And, you know, like I said earlier, I'm going to just do what I can to hold up my end of the bargain.
What do you love about this team? What do you love about this city?
Well, I love the characters on this team. High-character team. You know, everybody is, like, ultra-confident, ultra-talented. It's just good guys, you know, genuine good people off the floor. And killers on the floor too. But you know, I don't know. It's like it's an amazing feeling having a group of guys that care for you so much. You know, it doesn't happen often. I say it a lot. It doesn't happen often in the NBA where you have a group of guys that really care about each other on and off the floor. And the city has just embraced me. I embrace them back.
How important is your stability to be here for another 4 years or plus, but all the other guys are going to be here for multiple years too? How much important was that in your decision?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, playing alongside Joker, Jamal, MPJ, and being coached under Mike Malone, like, what more can you ask for? You know, like, from the moment that I got here, Mike Malone has put me in a position to succeed and flourish. He's put me in the right place, you know, and he's encouraged me to just be myself, and he's coached me and allowed me to be myself. So to be coached under him is a great thing, and then just play alongside these great players and continue to build a friendship, a bond, a brotherhood, and a team is I'm really excited for it.
Aaron, are you still growing as a player? What more do you want to add to your game?
Oh, wow. I think now it's just the game within the game. I think it's about the mentality now. I feel like I can do everything on the basketball court that there is to do. I've been playing this game for a long time, you know, so I think now it's just about the mentality and you know, like when it gets really, really tough out there, being able to battle and come out with a win.
Now that you have certainty for the next 3 or 4 years, what do you see from this group?
Title contenders.
What makes the core four, you, Joker, Jamal, MPJ, as special as you guys are up front?
I mean, well, it's just like the talent level. First off, it's the skill. Everybody is special in their own right, you know. I think we complement each other very, very well. And you know, we don't really step on each other's toes as much. So everybody has their own lane, everybody has their own role. And I mean, those guys are special, man. They're special. They're some of the most special people that have ever laced up basketball shoes and played in the NBA.
You mentioned mentality. So given your role on this team, what kind of mentality does the group need from you?
Just steady, even keel focus, level of focus, you know, through an entirety of a game, through an entirety of a season, through the entirety of a series.
The league has informed teams that they're going to allow more physicality this year. That's the word from the league. Have the team talked to you at all about that, and how do you think that would affect this team?
We'll see. You know, they say that they're going to enforce physicality, and then people start whining, and then they start calling ticky-tacks again. I hope that they let more physicality play, you know what I mean? We're a physical team. Like, you know, we don't flop on this team. We don't even really embellish on this team. So the physicality plays in our favor for sure. So we'll see how it goes. I love it. I love the idea of a more physical, less ticky-tack league.
Any pressure that comes with a new deal?
No. I'm not going to let the money change me. Just do what I did, do what I do, you know, to get to this opportunity. Like I said, I couldn't have done it by myself at all, you know. Being with this organization has been a blessing. I'm just continue to be me and the fullest version of myself, and let everything else just happen as it may.
I know winning is going to be the number one thing, but what other things will define success for you or important that you'll value that you can look back at your time in Denver when it's all said and done?
Oh, I mean, yeah, the relationships, of course, you know. It's hard to, I guess it's hard to understand what this is while you're in it, and just being around the locker room, being on the plane, being with these guys like almost 24/7. So I think that's a win, you know. The more relationships and the deeper relationships that you develop is a win. But at the end of the day, we're all here, we're doing a job, and we're looking to win. We're looking to win on the floor.
Will you make any upgrades to the warehouse?
No, it's pretty much done. Just looking to take care of my nephews, make sure that they're good.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Congrats, AG.
Yeah.